Third, all small business increased revenue. There are also people with disabilities real-life access who know what it takes to be common sense accessibility solutions. Check out their courses, which won't break your budget, coaching packages, and so much more at reallifeaccess.com. You'll be glad you did.
To a real fight wasn't right. Where can she dream wasn't right? Where can she?
Hey everybody, it's Zach Clayton, Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care, and the pACT channels. I want to say hello and welcome to Community Impact. We are taking a bit of a hiatus from live shows for right now, and we will be back beginning full-time in February, which is funny because that's going to be right in time for our 22-hour event. I have not yet announced the changes that are coming to the 22-hour event, but it's the same concept. We're going to be on the air for 22 straight hours. We're going to be talking to people, and we're going to be trying to figure out how we can support our healthy heroes. So I invite you to join us, and I will, within the next 48 hours, be announcing this program. But for tonight, I have an interview with a dear friend of mine. You've seen her the last couple months, and I'm glad that she's going to continue with me to try to help to put together a series of shows about women and men and the difficulties we have working together and what we can do together to make things more productive and what we can do to make sure that we can continue to work together. So, we have just short of a week before a miracle of a community that cares starts to get edited. And I need your help. I need your recordings. Okay? I need them. And the best and the only way to do this right now is to take out your phone, your little cellular device, hit record a 30 second to a 5-minute video, scan this QR code, attach it, and send it to me. As long as it's positive for everyone, not just for one group of people, it's got to be positive for everyone. Let's show some positivity to people out there. Let's make sure we're taking care of each other. Damn it, come on, let's go. We don't have anybody who's been, we've got a few, but we need a lot of people, okay? We are not going to hit 37 hours this year. We will work on it next year. But I think it's time right now, and I challenge everyone out there, and if this is going to upset some people, so be it. But I challenge you to get off whatever you're on. Okay? The election's over. The result is the result. We are the way we are for the next 4 years. Get over it. Let's get going. Let's make sure that we take care of each other. Let's stand up. Let's take care of each other. Only you can care about the people in your life. We need to watch out for each other. If we don't watch out for each other, nobody's watching out for us. That's it. That's simply it. So come on, record a message and send it to us so we can put that out there, because there is somebody out there that direly needs to hear from you. You may not even know who it is, but somebody needs to hear a message of positivity and a message of love. It'll take you 5 minutes. Pick up this phone, hit the video, record a message, send it to us. And we can turn that video into the best gift you've ever given. Please, please. Coming up tomorrow, we have the last networking event of the year. Do you want to be involved in the networking event? You know you do. We're actually kind of having a lot of fun, and we are going to, excuse me, terribly unprofessional of me, but we're going to be having a few new people joining us tomorrow. So please, let's have you scan this code right here. When you scan that code, you're going to give us the information. We'll put the information in the roster, and I'll send you a link for tomorrow. The event starts at 6 p.m. East, 4 here in the mountain, 5, let me do this right, okay? 6 East, 5 Central, 4 Mountain, 3 Pacific. Come on, join us. Let's have some fun. We invite any business owner. We invite any nonprofit team. We also invite you, if you're looking to improve your situation in work, if you're looking for a job, if you're just getting out of school and you're trying to find a place to do either an internship or work, join us. Come and join us. Let us tell your story. Give us a verbal resume, and let's see what we can do to help people. It's an easy thing to do, folks. We are having an end of the year special, and time is running out. I will never, ever, ever run this again. This special again. I do want to thank Key Largo Lounge for re-upping. I want to thank Scott O'Sullivan for re-upping. And I want to welcome Dr. Philip Argas with the T Now program. And I would also like to welcome in Rose. We don't have her information yet, but we talked to her today. She's going to be joining us tomorrow on the networking event. But you know what? Let's get this done. This is a special that will never be repeated.
Community Pay It Forward is excited to bring you a one-time year-end offer. Sign up for a gold or platinum giving or sponsorship package before December 31st, and we'll give you 2026 free of charge. That's a whole extra year of community support, visibility, and impact. Help your business grow while making a difference. With our exclusive packages, you're not just a sponsor, you're a partner in creating change. Offer ends December 31st, 2024. Reach out today and lock in your gold or platinum package before this offer ends. Let's make 2025 and 2026 years to remember. Because no one needs to go it alone when we all come.
Introducing Shop, Click, and Pick, the simplest way to support those doing good in communities everywhere. We understand that shopping is a necessity, but with a slight adjustment, you can make a huge difference without spending any extra money. Here's how it works. Please visit communitypayitforward.us and navigate to the Find Your Partners tab. Discover our verified giving partners, which are trusted allies ready to meet your needs. Shop with any of the partners that resonate with you. Click a picture of the receipt or invoice, then pick the mission partner you wish to support and use their QR code to send the receipt directly to us. After that, all you have to do is sit back and enjoy your purchases, knowing that you've made a meaningful change for someone in need. Community Pay It Forward amplifies your business's impact by sharing the story of those who require your services, rallying support for those who need us all. Because no one needs to go it alone when we all come together. Come on, you know it. You want to be part of this. This is something brand new, and 2025 is going to be fantastic for this company, which means it can be fantastic for you. We are going to create the program that is going to help the most people on this earth, including the businesses that join with us. Do you have any questions on why your business would be a fit? All you got to do is reach out to me, hit up my For My card. When you hit up my For My card, it's very simple. It's the easiest way to get a hold of me. It's the picture with that's this funny little QR code with the some dude that's always wearing red stuff. I don't understand it why he's wearing red. By the way, the last time I was on here, I kept talking a lot of smack about there being a certain hockey game. It was actually a Monday, like a week ago, Monday, because my boys, the New Jersey Devils, were taking on another team. Oh yeah, the Rangers, and we beat them. They beat them. They beat them. We didn't beat them. I wasn't on the ice. Anytime I'm on the ice, young children scream and run. So, granted, that was, well, no, we won one game. They won one game after that. God, I hate it when I do that. They won one more game after that, but other than that, it's been a rough go for us. For them, I never do this stuff. Now I'm recording, and all of a sudden, I just think I'm part of the team. I'm not part of the team. All the guys in New Jersey, I know I'm not part of the team. I'm just a guy who sits here and won't wear red on game day because every time I do, you don't play well. Even though I didn't wear red last night, you kind of bit it there too. So, but it is what it is. When we get back, my great friend, my dear friend, Esther Deutsch, and I are talking about what we can do to make it easier for men and women to coexist in the business world. I appreciate your time. I want to thank you for joining us. Please like, share, comment. Make sure that you're leaving us a message. Look, I want to get this spread out because next year is going to be the year that we are going to change the world. We will start on our mission to help everyone full blast, but we need your help. Click the like, click the little bell button, click all that stuff. Help us out, because when you help us out, you're going to help out so many more. Does this sound like your life? Scattered, jumping between tasks, but never finishing. Saying yes when you want to say no. Avoiding hard conversations and holding it all in. It's time to stop overcomplicating life and turning it into your advantage. Experience T Now, a monthly membership designed to help parents, professionals, and dreamers like you conquer self-sabotage and thrive. Save your spot today. Get early access, a special gift, and start transforming your life. Because no one needs to go it alone when we all come together. I love these segments that I get to hang out with some of my best friends, some of my favorite people in the world. And once again, I get to hang out with my friend Esther. Uh, Esther Deutsch, how are you doing, sweetie?
I am doing great. It's a lovely holiday season so far, and happy to
Yep.
be here. Thank you for
Yep.
having me back.
With that being said, you and I were talking, and I think one of the things that we could do today is talk about a wish list and a couple wish lists. And we can start with, as a business person, and maybe you can even speak to, um, as a female business person, can you give us a wish list of maybe things that we can change in 2024, or things that we can do? I'm sorry, 2025. Um, uh, my first slip up already, but things that we can do in business to help yourself and other people succeed.
Absolutely. I think we could continue. I think we're already headed this direction, but just building networks and communities that and encourage women to engage and grow and develop and nurture their strengths. I think we could do more with normalizing conversations about mental health and self-care and bringing more of that into the business world. So again, things that we're doing already, but continuing to do. I think talking about caregiving and responsibilities and how that plays out in the workforce and ensuring equitable opportunities in that area. And just that the conversation isn't only about women when it comes to caregiving as well is something that I think we need to keep advocating for and representing. Reproductive health care and rights, all the buzzwords. That's a big one. So there's a lot that we could continue to do and hopefully um, speak to. I mean, trafficking is a big one out here in South Florida,
Yep.
policy, and it's amazing how I've become more sensitive, I guess, to how much of there's so much of our world that's like I don't want to say preset, but so many things that are already sort of stacked against us. So just to open the level of playing field, and we've given examples on this show before, and we're going to give more to come. But I think even just bringing a voice and awareness and hearing the conversation will help us get to the change we need. So
I had a wonderful conversation that is going to be shown. We have to re-record the video because I had the settings wrong. But I had a wonderful conversation with a brand new partner, Wendy Lyon, and we talked about trafficking and some of the things out there.
wow,
Wendy is very passionate about trafficking and things like that, and I'm extremely um, encouraged by what we were able to talk about. My relationship in the past with the Avery Center before Megan moved on to another program, but Megan was a or is a female who escaped the world of trafficking, got out of there, and learned a lot from her progression. And I say it in this video, and I'm going to say it again. If you ever have a chance to go and talk to someone or go and listen to someone speak who's been trafficked, I fully endorse doing that
wow,
because it is a way that it's going to open your eyes. And this isn't something that, you may live in the largest city in the world, you may live in the smallest city in the world. That does not mean that it won't happen to you. So, and it affects everyone, and it is a horrible, horrible situation. So, please let's make sure, definitely, that's one of the things. You know what? We'll skip into that. That's one of the things that one of the wish lists that we can all watch out for each other, because it is a horrific, horrendous, and just awful thing that people have to go through. So, um, I do love the fact that you brought up the caregiving is not, we do think of caregiving as something that is for females, but it's not. It's for people. We all need to take care of people.
Someone. Yeah.
Right. Kids, moms, dads. I'm a caregiver for my elderly parents. That's, you
100%.
know, that's exactly it. And yes, I get lucky. I'm on disability myself, so it makes it easier for me to do that. But you know what? My wife does a lot, and she's got the full time job, and she's got all this other going on. Yet, she does a ton. And I mean, these aren't even her natural parents, but she takes them on like they were. And so I give her all the kudos in the world. But I do believe that there should. I think that's one of the things that you mentioned that is great. There, we need to get rid of this sexist divide in there. Look, everything that you can do, I can do. Everything that is good for you is good for me. So, and we do need to keep that going.
And to your point, I was talking to one of my partners yesterday who's a single dad, and uh, it's not actually just about women at all. I mean, I think that there's a lot of stigma against single dads, for example, as caregivers, and in the workplace, especially because I think the opposite, because they're often expected to be the breadwinner, that when they have a child, they don't necessarily get the same allowances. So I think we need to, just like you said, erase that preconceived notion of who it should or should not be and what that looks like, because for every family it's different. And it could also, like you said, not be kids, it could be elderly or someone else. So and we should extend that same compassion and care no matter
Yeah,
what.
I mean, studies have shown that, and this is not saying stay in a bad marriage, do any of that stuff, okay? But studies have shown that kids kids that are raised with the love of both parents, regardless on if mom and dad are together, kids that are raised with both parents tend, if both parents are involved in everything, they tend to grow up better. They tend to have more self-confidence, and they tend to really thrive, I guess is a better word. Now, there are also kids that have parents that love them that end up making mistakes, but that's part of being a kid. So
Totally.
that really is. Hey, I just want to take just a real quick moment for a self-indulging plug here. But you were talking about the networking, and coming up the second Thursday of every month, so that means tomorrow we have
Yay.
we have our family networking event that is coming up. It's the second Thursday of every month, so the 12th. Please join us, and you can join us by using this QR code to sign up, and we'll send you the link, and you can come on and join us and tell us about what you want. We accept anybody from nonprofits to small business professionals to people who want to give a verbal resume and see if we can help you find a job. There's no cost. There's
Amazing.
no you don't have to join my cult. You don't have to do any of that other stuff. Unless, of course, you do like eating Snickers and watching hockey, then you can join my cult. But all you have to do is scan the QR code, give us your information, and let us help you tell your story. So tell us a little bit, while I just did that, tell us a little bit about your plug, your networking events that you
Well,
have.
sure, but nothing I have will compare. I just echo, Zach. If Zach's running it, it's a good place, a good thing, and everybody should get involved, however they can. So I run a group called Sunset Social out here in South Florida, in Fort Lauderdale, Miami area, and we invite, very similarly, it's a very open group for business professionals of all industries. We get about 150 people at every one, and we do them just once a quarter, so not too often. And then I think, Zach, maybe even how we met was through one of my other groups called the In This Together Roundtable. The link is flashing across the screen. It's inthistogetherroundtable.com, but we also bring business professionals together in a virtual platform every Tuesday, and that is now spearheaded by Luke Van Every and PJ Ewing, two fantastic individuals. And they are both wide open groups, and everybody and anyone is welcome, which is part of what makes them unique. So, you don't have to be at a certain revenue point, but you can be. And so we just like go-givers, people like yourself and those listening, to help come.
I do forget just about every month. I forget that you've kind of stepped away from that one because you took on a bigger and better role in other places. Maybe not a better
Yeah,
role,
yeah.
but you took on another role in another place, and it's taken up most of your time. But we're still going to put it out there because it was an important part of your creative mind created it. So I do think it's still important to put out there. But next time I'll remember to put the correct email address and
Oh,
everything.
that's all good. The Sunset Social could be found at my website, which is flashing on the bottom too. So you got it all.
Yeah. So,
You got it
all
all.
right. With networking, what do you think we could improve in the upcoming year? If there was a wish list that people do in networking, what is something in networking you feel we could improve?
Have more fun. Have more fun. People get scared. I think they attach all kinds of, and I've always said this from day one, but it still reigns true. People hear networking and they freak out. Like, I've never networked. Have you ever talked to somebody? Have you ever told somebody what you do? Like, you're networking, and you're actually probably doing it in a bit better way because you're removing that fear and like the big word, the big N word. So, and by that I mean networking. So, it's have more fun. Just, I think it's about noticing and caring. And again, I've always said this too. Take more notice if you meet somebody. It doesn't have to be you're going to a networking event and that's where you network. Some of my best friends have come from non-traditional, I would say, networking settings, right? Like, it's more about getting your name out there, sharing what you do, letting people know, because if they don't know what you do, they can't use you. And I always say, like, your product or service should sell itself. Whether you're selling a mission, a person, an opportunity, and a sale is an opportunity really for them to invest in something and get something back, right? So it's like people expect to pay. People are interested if you present it right and if it's of value to them. And so if you're not getting the results and you're sharing what you're doing, then there's a problem with your product or service, not with your networking. So really, networking is just bringing awareness. And I think that's part of how I got so involved in it. It's because I actually always say I'm never networking, and I never was, but I do love sharing a good thing. That's really all it is. So it's bringing who you are into conversations and then sharing whatever it is that you're involved with. And again, people are interested in what you offer, and in learning about you, they'll in turn buy and connect with you. So it's really all it is.
I think one of the other things that we can do, and I'm pretty sure that you would agree with this because I know you as a connector. And one of the other things about networking that we can go into, in my opinion, if we start going into networking events and we don't think it's just about ourselves, if we go into networking and we've got an open mind to where we can help other people, I think that makes networking even more exciting, to where you listen to everybody and you can go, you know what? I know somebody perfect for you. And I would like to introduce you to this person as well. That gives it more of a cause. And once again, another shameless plug, but that's one of the things that we do with Community Pay It Forward is that, you know what, we're all in this to do business, but we're also in this to support others. And I really think that if you walk into a networking thing and you're closed-minded and you're only thinking about yourself, it makes networking very useless.
Transactional.
Right. And there you go. It also makes it very transactional, but
Yes.
it makes it to where you start to fade off when somebody's talking if it doesn't connect with just you. But if you go into it looking to, how can I help this person connect with someone else in my circle, I think that that will make
Spot on.
networking so much easier and more enjoyable.
100%. I always say that too. And I say people are always like, what's wrong with my network? I'm like, either your product sucks or you haven't given enough. Like, that's always my answer too. Like, how many people have you helped and given the same type of connection to that you're looking for? It's like the best way to get is to give, right? Like, you live that. So it works the same in networking and in life, It's the same. It's no secrets.
Yeah. Yeah, and I would definitely say, along with everything else in life, more tolerance. You know what? Just because somebody's selling something that you don't, that doesn't, tickle your fancy, that doesn't mean that there are people out there who it doesn't. Okay, there's always look there's always products out there that are meant for someone else,
I
and just
love that.
be open to listening to whoever it again. If you think more open-mindedly, if you think about others while you're doing things, it makes the conversation so much more valuable.
I love that you're saying that because I think, to your point, like if somebody sells, let's say sells you or pitches you something or shares something they're doing and it's not good for you, like the response should really be, and I'm guilty of this sometimes too, is like, I don't think I can use this. Like sometimes, well, when people send me, I had this yesterday, somebody sent me an event. My first thought was delete, not relevant, unsubscribe. And then I was like, no, like let me respond, acknowledge that this is an amazing event because it looked like it once I took another look. And who do I know in my network who it could serve? And like if more people just did that little thing once in a while, it would make a very big difference because exactly to your point, it's such a good point. Like somebody else does need that. And so you're helping the person who's sending it, you're helping the person who's receiving it too. Like you're going to help someone else. Someone else needs exactly that. So if we could just have other people in mind more and take it a step further, like I would say it's nice to even reply, but then take it a step further. Okay, I don't know. This is not for me now. Who is it for that I know? Or who can it be for? And even if you forward it to someone else and it's not for them either, if they have the same mindset and they forward it to someone who does, eventually it's going to get to where it needs to go. And someone's going to do the
Yep.
same thing for you and you're going to get that.
Yep.
So I think, law of reciprocity, it's a real thing. And we just need to keep putting out the right things. And I think the universe will connect the dots for you, you know?
I love it. Esther's
So
bringing in big words.
I can't
There's
even say it, but you know what I
Hey, you
mean.
know what? That's okay. I think a lot of times I go through and I try to act a lot smarter than I actually am, and I say words, and I'm like, "Oh, God, I hope I use that in the right
I know,
context."
I'm not even half that smart, but I love that word. It's a good word. So.
Yeah, and the other thing is, make sure that you understand that networking, success in networking is not always a completed sale.
Exactly.
Look, two of my very very best, well, more than two, I had a conversation, I reconnected with my twin brother the other day, and that makes
Oh,
it just fantastic. But I've made a lot of friends through networking, and we're not talking just business friends, we're talking friends that are friends just to have conversations with. So success is not always I made a sale today. We all want to make sales. We all want people to join our programs and stuff, but you need to make sure that you're always connecting. And I think that's one of the best things to do.
networking is not linear, right? That's
Yep.
exactly. It's a long game. Another thing I've always said. So you're right on the money. Yeah. No, it's again transformational. Chase transformation, not transaction. And transforming people is one of the most beautiful things I think I've ever. That's what I love. It's just seeing
Yeah.
people transform, and you can't do that quickly. You need time. So
No. Morris is who I was talking about. Morris and I are twin brothers. A lot of people don't know that.
Morris, who?
Oh, geez. I knew you were going to ask me his last name. Just a
Like, do I
second.
know him? Do I know?
Uh, I'd imagine you know him. He's very well known. And now I feel terrible because I can't remember his name. Just one
It's all
second
right.
here. I will. LinkedIn with their pop-ups kills me. Morris Williams.
I don't know more. I feel like I should. I
Oh,
should.
well, you know what? You will know Morris
Yeah,
then. Yeah, yeah. So, like I said, he and I we send people each other all the time. He's a great guy. Another great networker. He's
I
all out
bet.
there. He is huge in the LGBTQ community,
Wonderful.
and just a great networker himself. He's a great person to, and he's one of the best people to cheer you up. And if you ever need a menu idea, look up Morris. Okay, Morris is a cook.
Oh,
He is a cook. So, but let's let's open this view to our communities. Esther, what would you like to see for 2025 and beyond, that we open up and open the way for in our communities.
Well, I think especially now with the current climate and politically, I think that we need more. I hate the word safe space. It's a very
Mhm.
charged word, but I think just opening up more, uh, I guess you'd say spaces, but more exchange, more understanding, more like listening, hearing, less judgment. And I think again, it starts small. You know, people like talk about like global peace, and I'm all about it. But I think it starts from you and I, and just even conversations like this. It's so valuable. Like you and I, we have similar goals and missions here, but we have obviously different life expect like perspectives, and we come from different places.